Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Dorbin number 303CB. This is a piece of bronze, return flange, double hung wood window, jam weather stripping is what it is. The 303 is representative of the profile of this item, the 303C. The B stands for bronze. You can also do this in a Z for zinc as well. That's literally just a 303CZ. 303CZ, I want to confirm that. 303CZ. Indeed. So if you want B for bronze, B for bronze. Z for zinc, just change that B out to a Z and you'll have 303C and a zinc finish as well. Now, there is a image below this video showing where the 303 is used in a cross-section sort of application of a typical wood window. It's not a cross-section of a head, it's a cross-section of the jamb. You're going to have the return flange piece, you know, them facing this way of each other. You're going to have your upper and your lower sash, or your inner and your outer, but upper and lower is proper to call them. There is below there as well other indicated items that are part and parcel to this. Namely, this is in the form of other pieces that go along with it, dependent on the sash thickness. Now the 303, as you will see in the chart below this video, shows that this is intended for 1 3/4 sash thickness, and also will then give you the other part numbers for the head and the sill section for the upper side. Okay, you've got your lower side, and then your meeting rail as well. Those part numbers are missing the Z or the B, defining the base material, so keep that in mind. Now, how to review all of the other pieces. You know what, before we get to that, let's talk about the option that's necessary in terms of selecting nails. It says select nails. You can choose nails not required or nails required, and then there's an ad for that. Now, the nails are sold per ounce. There are approximately 65 nails per ounce. You can't buy 10 nails. You have to buy it per ounce. It's just the way the manufacturer does it. Now, dependent on your center to center, that will define the center to center of your nails. That will define how many ounces you need. There's likely a scenario where you're going to order some of these with nails and some of them without nails. If you were to order a single 30-inch piece of this, not that you would, but let's say a 60-inch piece, it would be unlikely that if you needed 10 of these, you're going to order all of them with an ounce with nails required, because that would give you 10 ounces or 650 nails. So let's say that you determined your center to center was going to be 3-inch. Now Dorbin is going to specify 1.5 inch, but according to everybody I've ever spoken to, that's far too close. So you've got 60-inch times 10 pieces. That's a total of 600 inches. If you're going to divide that by 3 inches for center to center, that's going to give you 200. And if you're going to divide that by 65, that means you're going to have basically 3 ounces of nails required. So in this fictional scenario, you're going to order 3 pieces at 60-inch, nails required, and then 7 pieces at 60-inch, nails not required. And that's how you would piece that together. But you just calculate how many inches you need, what's the distance between the nails you plan on using, divide that by 65, which is about how many nails per ounce, and that's how many pieces you would order with nails required. Now, talking about the other pieces that you're going to be able to see in the material, in terms of a system, there's a link below this video to a document called Printable Cut Sheet. That will show you a cross-section of all of the different pieces in the double-hung wood window section as it pertains to return flange type installations. It will show you the weather stripping for the head section. And again, keep in mind that this is broken down by this is broken down by the type or where the piece is being used. So in this product catalog, the top section is the head section. On the left-hand side of that, it will give you the part number for the different sizes of the head section weather stripping, everywhere from 1 inch, 1 3/8, 1 3/4, 2 inch, and 2 1/4 inch. Okay, moving on down the fictional window, you get to the meeting rail. There's really only one type for that, but it's a set of 2 nested hooks that you can have. M1, it's 2 different nested hooks actually. M1Z, M2Z, or M1B, M2B for the smaller version, or you can have the M3B or M4B or M3Z and M4Z for the larger nested hooks. Okay, depending on what you're doing there. Then you get to the upper and lower jam sections. You can see that you've got 4 different sizes: 1 3/8, 1 3/4, 2 inch, and then 2 1/4 inch. And then again down at the the sill section as well. So from that product catalog, you can pull up all of the different part numbers necessary to put together an entire system, should you be looking for things beyond just this jam weather stripping. Okay? And then once you know the different part numbers, you can populate those into the website and then follow the same logic for base material, meaning either B or Z, and then following the same logic for nails. You're probably going to want to detail the entire opening, determine how many lineal inches you have, and then set up the order based on the proper quantity of items that you're going to order with nails and without nails. Or what you can do is order everything no nails, and then you can order only Dorbin nails from within the website as well. You can order a half a pound or whatever is necessary that you'll need for that. Now, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Dorbin products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's product catalog. Now, in the last third of that catalog, or actually probably the last 20% of that catalog, is where you're going to see all the bronze and zinc weather stripping, not only for double hung windows, but for doors as well. Interlocking material, very handy and crucial aspect to review. Now, let's get some dimensional properties of this 303B. As we had indicated earlier, we're dealing with a 2-inch wide jam strip. The return flange specifically refers to this piece here. This is the return, and you can order these without the return flange should that be the way that your material your application is requiring. Now, let's put a tape measure on the end of this and study where the tape measure falls for all the different profiles of this item. To the beginning of that rib or the hip, it's about 1 inch and 9/16. Then you can see you're about 3/16 wide on that, 2 inch and 3/4. You're just light on 1/4 inch on the inside, and then the material thickness that will get you to 2 inch. Speaking of the material thickness, let's put the caliper on this and tell you what it is. The material thickness of this is 0.018 inch. 0.018 is the material thickness. Okay. Now, this is roll formed. That means that there is a tool, there's a roll forming tool, and roll forming is very interesting if you've never seen it. There is a series of stations that literally have wheels or rollers installed in them, and the material gets fed in after it's slit to the proper length as a piece of flat material. Then it goes through these series of rollers that by the time it gets to the end, it will have this shape. Okay, very neat operation to see. It's cut to length and sent to the factory in whatever lengths someone like Dorbin has requested, probably 14-foot lengths, something of that nature. Now, speaking of Dorbin, they are only one of a very limited list of material, very limited actually, of people that still offer bronze and zinc weather stripping for wood double hung windows. Now, here in Chicago, there is literally hundreds of thousands of these existing installations where all you need to keep your windows working, continuing to get useful service out of the investment in the original window, is just a piece of weather stripping. It's nice to be able to have access to that material because it allows you to do so. Or because people are going to want to keep their weather stripping working rather than replace the entire window, which is of course problematic, because if you've got this weather stripping, it's quite likely that your installation is several decades old. Or people who buy this are not only trying to squeeze out more life expectancy out of the existing windows, but also people who are doing historical work. There is a building, a state capitol in the southwest of the United States. This building is full of hundreds of these windows, and it was built in the last quarter century of the 19th century. And when they do work, they are mandated, they are obligated to match existing. They cannot put new stuff in. It is very tightly controlled, the limitations of what can and cannot be done. A client like that's going to buy original equipment. Or if you are a college, and there was last time we did a large job, a university in the SEC who was building a new dorm building, matching one that was built 100 years ago. Another application where you're going to use this material, obviously. Finally, again, that link below this video to the manufacturer's page, it will allow you to review not only all the Dorbin products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, along with a link to that full product catalog where you can review all things weather stripping from Dorbin. I'm partial to them because, well, frankly, they do a good job. Excellent customer service, industry-leading turnaround lead times, and a relationship that goes back several decades of me and my family having being a distributor of the company Dorbin. If you have any questions on the Dorbin 303CB, this is a piece of, and this is a sample, by the way, bronze return flange, double hung wood window weather stripping in a 2-inch width, or any other Dorbin product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.